All right, so here we have a young tree that we're trying to train up right now. And as you can see, we got two main stems at the top. And so if you've reviewed our part talking about apical dominance, essentially is what we're going to do is what we call central leader training. So what I want there to be is there to be one single central leader. Because otherwise, these two trees, these two tops, they're going to be competing for resources. And you can also see here, this angle of attachment, it's pretty narrow. Maybe if it's like a little more wide and they weren't so close together, it could be all right. Like the crotch angle of the tree, which would be, the crotch angle is essentially the angle of attachment right here. So right now, this is pretty steep angle. If it's a little more wide, you know, it could be more acceptable. Like, for instance, looking at this branch right here, this young branch, that's a little bit more far out because it's the horizontal branches that are actually going to produce fruit. So here we have two tops and they're competing for dominance. And so what I like to do is what I call central leader training, where I'm going to choose one of these to be our dominant central leader. And so in those instances, you can choose which one has a better angle of attachment, which one looks stronger, which one is more straight. And so for this one, I'd probably choose this guy as my dominant central leader. Either one could work, but I kind of like how this one's coming up at a more of a straight angle. And I just think it's going to be a stronger point of attachment here. And so sometimes when trees are young like this, it's nicer to have more branches. So I have two choices for cutting off this second co-dominant, this competing central leader. Is either I could cut it right here, right at the base, not cutting into the trunk, but just right outside of that place. But since this is a young tree and there's not a lot of branches on it, I'm going to want to make sure I have as much leaf on there as I can, because those leaves in the early age are going to help it to photosynthesize, to get more energy. So I'd probably actually just snip it, do a heading cut and snip it like right about there. So that way it's no longer competing with our central leader, but it's still going to be around here to actually produce leaves. So that is my central leader training, essentially. Choosing which one you want to be your central leader and either cutting off or cutting back and making a heading cut on the other competing central leader.